Good day, my name is Rojan Juter Amlat from BSCS 3A.
I'm Christian Jaime Velasco, PSC S3A.
We are here to discuss the evolution of automatons. So the first automata is Huron wash-basin automata. It was invented by Huron of Alexandria. So Huron Alexandria, the dates of the Greek mathematician and engineer Huron of Alexandria are known with certainly, but he must have worked between the 1st and 3rd centuries. Both sites evidence in Hero 3 Rheatis Diopatra that Huron referred to an eclipse of the moon that occurred on March 30, which would place him definitely in the 1st century. Huron's numerous surviving writings are designed for automata machines operated by mechanical or pneumatic means. This included devices for temples to instill faith by deceiving believers with magical acts of the gods, for theatrical spectacles, and machines like a statue that cured wine. So, what is the purpose of Huron's wash station automata?
Yung purpose nitong Huron's wash basin automata is for entertainment dahil dito makita yung sa basin na to ay maraming mga mechanical or automated copies ng mga ng mga animals like yung owl and pigeons. Like nagalaw sila sa pamamagitan ng tubig. Paano nagana yun dahil sa tubig? Merong ginawang si Huron of Alexandria na mechanism na once na yung flow ng water, dun magi-start na gumalaw ang mga mechanism like automatons na imitate yung ginagawa ng owl or yung any bird na nandito sa picture na to, yung ginagawa talaga ng actual na birds in real life.
Huron of Alexandria, meron din siyang inimbento. Isa pa sa mga inimbento niya is yung windmill operating pipe organ. Tapos yung the first automatic vending machine. Tapos yung mechanism for the Greek theater. So next naman is yung statue of Memnon. So it was invented by Amenhotep. So the Colossus of Memnon are two massive stone statue of the Pharaoh Amenhotep III who reigned in Egypt during the 18th dynasty of Egypt. Since 1350 BCE, they have stood in the Theban necropolis located at west of the River Nile from the modern city of Luxor. What is the purpose of the statue of Memnon?
So, yun nga po. So, the purpose of the statue of Memnon ay pag makikita natin silang statue, like hindi mo akalain na automaton sila. Like, there's something behind those mystery. So, purpose po ng statue of Memnon ay pag nasisikatan sila ng araw, like the rays of sunlight, nagpo-produce sila ng parang harmonious sound sa pamamagitan lang ng sikat ng araw. Kaya katulad sa mga sa movies, like ganon. Totoo yung nakikita sa movies, like sa desert. Tapos pag nasisikatan ng araw yung mga kribulto mga ganito statues, nagpo-produce sila talaga ng sounds. Kaya ginawa nila yung statue na ganito.
So, yung statue are made from block of quartzite sandstone which was carried at El Gabal El Amhar near modern-day Cairo and transported 675 km overload to Thebes. The stones are believed to be too heavy to have been transported upstream on the Nile. The blocks used by later Roman engineers to construct the northern colossus may have come from Elfu, from north of Aswan, including the stone platforms on each. The two figures are about 15 meter or 50 feet apart. So the next one is...
So, yun nga po, the Flying Magpie, invented by King Hissi. So, ito yung mga sinaunang gumawa, like BC pa, before Christ era. Gumawa to si King Hissi na ng some sort of bird, like yung tawag nga magpie. So, gawa po siya sa wood na bird na like napaflap nila yung wings nila like actual birds pero like may mechanism siya na nilagay para like ma-imitate niya yung ginagawa rin ng birds katulad ng ng ibang mga samples like they're just imitating the actual animal itself. Kaya that's the purpose.
So the next one was the water clock. So the water clock invented by Ctesibius So what is the water clock? Clepsydra, also called water clock, ancient device for measuring time by the gradual flow of water. One form used by the North American Indians and some African peoples consisted of small boat or floating vessel that shipped water through a hole until it sank. In other form, the vessel was filled with water and was allowed to escape through a hole, and the time was read from graduated lines on the interior measuring the level of remaining water. It may have been an invention of the Chaldeans of ancient Babylonian. Specimens from Egypt date from 14th century BC. The Roman invented an clepsydra consisting of a cylinder into which water dripped from a reservoir. Float provided reading against a scale on the cylinder wall. Clepsyd- Clepsydras were used for many purposes, including timing the speeches of orators as late as the 16th centuries. Galileo used a mercury clepsydra to time his experimental falling bodies. So that is water clock or clepsydra. So the next one is aquatic automaton and repetitive catapult. It was invented by Philon of Xanthum. So who is Philo of Xanthum? He is also known as Philo Mechanicus. Was a Greek engineer, Greek engineering writer on the mechanics, who living during the later half of 3rd century BC. Although he was a Xanthum, he lived most of his life in Alexandria. He was probably younger than Ctesibius, though some place him a century earlier. What is the purpose of the aquatic automation and repetitive catapult?
So, yung purpose ng aquatic automaton and repetitive catapult ay purpose niya ay pinupull niya ang like itong mechanism na to ay parang isa siyang vessel na pwede mo pa siyang gamitin sa ibang bagay. The word itself, repetitive, like pag once na iniikot mo siya, it keeps on going and going and going until hanggang sa ma-produce niya yung pinaka-purpose niya talaga. Like katulad na dito sa once na iniikot-ikot mo siya, like it keeps on going na hindi siya natatapos hanggang dulo, hindi siya natatapos doon. It keeps on doing its job na ayun, really repetitively in a sense of way, ganun.
Astronomical clock tower invented by Susong. Who is Susong? Susong is a Chinese polymath scientist and statesman, healing in a variety of fields accomplishing mathematics, astronomy, cartography, geography, horology, pharmacology, mineralogy, and so on. So Susong was the engineer of a hydromechanical astronomical clock tower in medieval Taipei, which employed the use of an early escape mechanism. The escape mechanism of Su's clock tower had been invented by Buddhist monks Yi Xing and government official Liang Lingzan in 725 AD. To operate a water-powered armillary spear. Although Su's armillary spear was the first to be provided with a mechanical clock drive. So Su's clock tower also filled the oldest known endless power transmitting chain drive called the TI or celestial ladder, as depicted in his horological treatise. The clock tower had 133 different clock jacks to indicate and sounds the hours. Susong's treatise about the clock tower, Xinjing Jiang Pao Yao, has survived since it's written from 1092, 1092, and official printed publication in 1094. The book has been analyzed by many historians such as Joseph Needham. The clock itself, however, was dismantled by invading Georgetown army in 1127 AD, and although attempts were made to reassemble it, the tower was never successfully reinstated. So the next one was the Brazen Head. So Brazen Head, Bronze Head was legendary automaton in early modern period, whose ownership was ascribed to late medieval scholars such as Roger Bacon, who developed a reputation as wizard. So what is the purpose of Brazen Head?
So, the purpose ng Brazen Head ay some sort na manghuhula, parang ganun, in the back in the days. Pero ang kaya lang gawin ng Brazen Head ay sumagot ng yes or no or true or false. Ganun lang yung ng automaton na yun. Like nagsasalita yung brazen head na yun na ginawa ni Roger Bacon.
The next one was Leonardo's Mechanical Lion. It was invented by Leonardo da Vinci. So, the Leonardo da Vinci's famous mechanical lion, Leonardo's Mechanical Lion was invented by Leonardo da Vinci. So, the lion, which is 2 meter, 6 feet, 7 inches high, and 3 meters long, and made of wood with metal mechanisms, a reconstruction based on rudimentary sketch left by Da Vinci. The original automaton long since lost was designed by Da Vinci on a commission from Pope Leo X to amuse French King Francois I. Da Vinci, who died in May 1519, had a legendary obsession with the flight of birds and how understanding the mechanism could lead the creation of human flying. The lion is on display in Italian Cultural Institute Paris. So the next is
The Clockwork Prayer, invented by Juanello Toriano, 1560. Toriano is attributed as the creator of Clockwork Prayer, an automaton represent a monk manufactured in 1560s based on a commission from Philip II of Spain. Following up recovers his son and his beliefs that Didacus of Alcala had in some way intervened on his behalf, King Philip II of Spain commissioned Juanello to Toriano mechanic to Emperor Charles V to build a clockwork model of Didacus. Yung clockwork prayer po yan ay yung model na pong inano niya ay si Didacus. The model performed numbers of sets of actions like including heartbeats of breath, mea culpa prayer. Ayun, nagdadasal. Tapos naglalakad po siya. Like sa ilalim po ng bale, hindi po siya actually naglalakad. May parang mechanism siya na may roller sa ilalim, like wheels, tapos may strings lang po ang kumakapit po sa kamay para gumalaw yung mechanism niya. Working along with gears.
So the next is the steam engine, invented by Salomon de Caus. It was invented in 1576 to 1626. So steam engine. A steam engine is a heat engine that performs mechanical work using steam as it working fluid. The steam engine uses the force produced by steam pressure to push the piston back and forth inside the cylinder. This pushing force is transformed by a connecting rod and flywheel into rotational force for work. The term steam engine is generally applied only to reciprocating engines as just described, not to the steam turbine.
So, yung sa steam engine ay gumagamit siya talaga so from the word steam, powered siya ng steam na nagpapagana sa mismong mechanism ng isang automaton. So, makita natin sa mga trains, ngayon siya, like pina-improve siya through the years.
Digesting duct, invented by Jacques de Bacquesson, invented in 1739.
So, yung the digesting duct ay simple lang mga like digesting duct, ayun. So, ginagaya niya lang yung parang isa lang siyang replicate ng duct na ginagaya niya lang yung kung paano gumalaw ang duck, kumain, ganyan. Tapos, sa loob niya, once na kumakain siya, parang same process lang din sa duck. Like, once na da-digest, tapos ilalabas din sa dulo, tapos gano'n. Tapos, same rin ng paggalaw ng paa, gano'n yung kung paano gumalaw yung duck. So, that's the best way to describe the digesting duck. Ayun yung pinaka-purpose niya. Like, to imitate the duck, gano'n. Imitating the duck as a form na...
So, the next one is the Turk, invented by Wolfgang von Kempelen, invented in 1769. So, the Turk is also known as a mechanical Turk or automaton chess player. It was constructed in the late 18th century from 1770 until its destructive by fire in 1854. It was exhibited by various owners as an automaton, though it was eventually bred to be an elaborate house. Constructed and unveiled in 1770 by Wolfgang von Kempelen to impress the Empress Maria Theresa of Austria. So, yung the Turk nga daw is a automaton chess player. Ito yung ginagamitan ng tao para gumana yung isang Turk. Nilalaman doon sa loob ng Turk is yung isang chess master. Sa mga natalo yung na Turk, isa sa mga natalo niya is si Napoleon Bonaparte and Benjamin Franklin. May mga sinabi din dito na mga chess master na secretly na nag-cooperated nung the Turk. So, sila Johann Albrecht, Boncourt, Aaron Alexandra, and etc. So, yun lang yung ginawa lang yung Duterte para pakita na kayang talunin ng automaton ang isang tao. So, flute-playing automaton by Vincenzo Mancetti. So, it was invented in 1849. Who is Innocento Mancetti? Innocento Vincenzo Bartolomeo Luigi Carlo Mancetti was an Italian inventor born in Austria. Following his primary school studies, he went to the Jesuit-run St. Benin boarding school and then on to Turin where he was awarded a diploma in Lancerwig before returning to Austria. So, yung automaton na flute playing, isa siyang hugis tao na nakaupo na kung saan dun sa loob ng inuupuan niya merong connect dun sa loob ng upuan niya is merong levers na nakakonect dun sa rods and compressing air tubes na kung saan dito pinapagalaw yung kamay, yung bibig, tapos yung mga tinutugtog daw ng automata na flute playing is nakakonect dun sa kamay niya yung mga tumutunog na music. So, he also built as a toy for his daughter a wooden flying parrot which would beat its wings then reportedly rise into the air, however, for 2 or 3 minutes before settling on itself. So, isa pa daw sa mga na-invento ni Vincenzo Mancetti is yung wooden flying parrot na kung saan kaya niyang lumipad ng 2 or 3 minutes bago siya pumaksa. Sunod naman is yung sewing machine. So, the first sewing machine. So, yung sewing machine is used to sew fabric and materials together with thread. So, yun nga, alam naman natin kung ano yung sewing machine. Ito ginagamit para manahe sa mga, manahe ng damit. Tapos, sewing machine were invented during the first industrial revolution to decrease the amount of manual sewing work performed in clothing company. Since the invention of the first work sewing machine generally considered to have been the work of Elias Howe and Englishman Thomas Saints in 1790. Sewing machine has greatly improved the efficiency and productivity of the clothing industry. So, yun nga, mas pinabibilis yung trabaho ng manual na pananahe. So, naging mas malaki na din, naging mas makulay. Hindi na siya tulad nung dati na talagang manual yung pananahe. So, the next is, the Edison talking doll. It was invented by Thomas Edison in 1890. So, yung Edison talking doll, it was also called Edison phonograph doll. Just ng bata na dinevelop ng Edison Phonograph Toy Manufacturing Company. Tapos inintroduce siya noong 1890. So, the original inventor is Thomas Edison noong 1877. Tumataas ng 22-inch doll at tumataas ng 22-inch yung doll. Featured miniature removable phonograph that played a single nursery rhyme. So, in several years in experimentation and development, the Edison talking doll was sales failure and was only marketed for a few short weeks in early 1890. A handle to be cracked each for into play also. The ring-shaped box record were out quickly and were prone to cracking and wrapping. Additionally, many children and some adults reported they found the dolls and recordings frightening. So, yun lang yung Edison talking doll. So, sumunod naman is yung Jacquard machine. So, yung Jacquard machine is inimbento siya ni Joseph Jacquard noong 1801. So, yung Jacquard machine is isa siyang device fitted to a loom that simplifies to the process of manufacturing textile with such complex patterns as brocade, damask, and matelesses. The resulting assemble of the loom and Jacquard machines, then called Jacquard loom. The machine was invented by Joseph Marie Jacquard in 1804. Based on earlier invention by the Frenchman Basil Bonchon in 725, Jean-Baptiste into a continuous sequence. So the next is Millardet automaton, the Millardet. So si Millardet is isang automaton na tinatawag din na Mazel's juvenile artist or juvenile artist. So the automaton built in London circa in 1800 by Swiss mechanic Willardet. Nakasulat sa French at sa English. So si Willardet din naman is nagdodrawing ng some art tulad ng Cupid in Garden, si Cupid, tapos barko, tapos Chinese temple. So, yun lang yung ginawa ni Willardet. So, the next one is radio control. So, the radio control or RC or simply RC is the use of control signal transmitted by a radio to remotely control a device. Example, simple radio control system are garage door openers and keyless entry system for vehicles, with which a small handled radio transmitter and lock on openers. So, radio control is also used for control of model vehicles from a handheld radio transmitter. Industrial, military, and scientific research organization make use a radio-controlled vehicle as well. A rapidly growing application is controlled unmanned aerial vehicles for both civilian and military uses, although these have more sophisticated control system than traditional applications. That was the radio control.
Sa radio control boat, ginamit din siya sa nung World War, ginamit din siya sa alam ko pag rescue ata ng ng mga survivors ata sa laban, mga ganun. Like ginagamit parang tumatawag sila ng rescue boat, tapos yung radio control boat ni Nikola Tesla ang ginagamit ng araw na yun.
So the next is the Unimate. Unimate is developed by George Devol in 1954. So it was invented nga ni George Devol noong 1950s to 1954. So yung Unimate is a first industrial robot which worked on a General Motor assembly line at the Inland Fisher Guard plant in Ewing Township, New Jersey in 1961. So, yung Unimate robot is parang ginagamit siya para magkarga, kumuha at ng mga mabibigat na gamit sa isang company. So, ito ay ginawa para hindi mano-manong karagahin yung mga mabibigat na bagay. So, mas mapapabilis yung trabaho ng isang company kung nung inimbento nila yung Unimate robot.
Next
is Robonaut. So si Robonaut developed by Dexterous Robotics Laboratory. So sino nga ba si Robonaut? So si Robonaut is a NASA robot. So din-design siya as a humanoid. So the humanoid is para siyang tao na mayroong ulo, kamay, tapos katawan. So, si Robonaut is nagbigan ng pag-work niya noong 1996. The first version of the robot in 2000. So, since the time, engineers have continued to improve Robonaut. So, yun nga. Hindi lang isa na Robonaut yung nagawa. Meron na ding bagong model na tinawag na Robonaut 2 or R2. So, si Robonaut is si R2 ay ginawa kasama ng manufacturer General Motors work together. So, yun nga, katulad ng tao, meron siyang ulo, torso, kamay katulad ng tao. So, ino-operate siya, may nakalagay na camera dun sa ulo niya na nakalagay yung camera dun sa ulo niya para magkaroon ng vision. So, pinadala na din siya sa space noong 2011. So, namin na-discover si Robonaut na bagay sa outer space. So, ayun, si Robonaut. Next is si Roomba. So, si Roomba is a vacuum cleaner, robot vacuum cleaner na inimbento ni Joe Jones noong 2002. So, simple lang si Roomba. Isa siyang robot na vacuum cleaner na kung saan hindi na kailangan ng tao i-operated para gumana o maglinis ng sahig. The last one na automaton na is si Sophia. So, si Sophia is a humanoid robot na katulad ni Robonaut. So, iba naman si Sophia. Dinevelop siya sa Hong Kong ng Hanson Robotics. So si Sophia was first turned on a February 14, 2016 and made her first public appearance at South by Southwest Festival in mid-March 2016 in Austin, Texas, United States. So, ayan, si Sophia.
Like si Sophia naman, yung purpose niya to interact with with other humans kasi may vision siya tapos ayan, nakakarinig siya, like 'di ba? Meron siyang ulo, paa, katawan. So ganun, like katulad ng tunay na tao talaga. Pero dito, ang wala kay Robonaut na meron kay Sophia ay emotions. Kasi yung Hanson Robotics, sila dinevelop nila sa kay Sophia yung parang pag-detect ng emotions kung kunyari, example, sinabihan mo siya ng masama, tapos parang mapipil niya, malungkot, masaya, syempre malungkot, 'di ba? Edi parang ma-process yun ni Sophia kung paano yung Tapos hindi lang sa kunyari, nakaka-detect siya ng sa tone ng ng tao. Ganon. Halos lahat nag-evolve sa like from nung sinauna ngayon, ayun, pa-develop pa rin ngayon ng mga automatons. So, bale in the future, baka mas realistic na ngayon yung mga tao na ayun, mas makatotohanan na. Baka hindi na natin ma-distinguish kung tao ba or automaton ba or robot yung mga nakakausap natin in the near future. So, that's it. Ayun lang
So,
po
ayun
yung
nga,
po namin.
habang tumatagal nga yung natin, yung panahon, gumpisa sa entertainment lang yung paggagawa ng automaton. Kumbaga, ginawa lang siya para ma-entertain yung mga tao. Ngayon, habang tumatagal na, nagkakaroon na ng purpose yung paggamit ng automatons. Tulad nga nung sa na ginagawa na nakakatulong na yung automatons para mapabilis yung mga gawain ng tao. So, in the near future, baka masabi natin na hindi na tao yung gagawa ng mga bagay na kaya natin gawin. Baka nga sa near future, mga automatons na nga yung gagawa ng mga So, yun lang yung masasabi ko.
So, yun lang po. My name is Christian
S3A.
Jamie Velasco, BSc S3A. Sana nagustuhan niyo po ang aming presentation about evolution ng automatons.
Please comment, subscribe, and click the notification para mas updated kayo sa bagong vlog ni Ma'am Jubal. Thank you po.
Bye-bye.